You are welcome to today's session. So today we have this question on the board to solve. The question wants us to find a value for x. Now, when you have a question like this, how do you go about with it? All right. Now look at the position of x. So here we are going to introduce what you call a chord. All right. And so with this chord, you see that you are having a triangle like this. That is with the introduction of the chord. However, we need the angle here. Okay, so with how do we find the angle here? You see that this is the center, however it is also a point, and angle around the point is equal to 360. So let's say that you can represent this side by A. So you have A plus 204 to be equal to 360 degrees. All right, don't forget the degree. So you have A to be equal to 360 degrees minus 204. A will be equal to, when you deduct, that will be 156 degrees. Now that means that this side is 156. We are looking for x. So how are we going about with the whole thing? Now let's look at something over here too. So back to what I was saying, here is 156. So we need the angle here. We need the angle here. So let's say that this side is B. But remember, this is the center. From the center to the circumference is radius. From the center to the circumference is also radius, meaning that this side is R. So the kind of triangle that you're having here is an isosceles triangle which has two of the sides to be equal. So if you are introducing this side to be B and this side to be B, that means that you have B plus 156 equal to 180. The reason, the sum of angles in a triangle. So this one will give you 2B plus 156 degrees equal to 180. 2B will be equal to 180 minus 156. You have 2B to be equal to, I think, 24. Yeah, you divide both sides and you have B to be equal to 12, meaning that the angle at this side is 12. Okay, so right now what we are trying to do is that we are trying to get, let me clean this side, the bigger triangle. All right, where this side we don't know yet, but this side is x, all right, and this side is the B, which we have the 12. Okay, and this side is 12, this side is also at 54. So what is the angle at this side? That is the angle that we need to know, so that we sum the whole thing up to be equal to what? 180. That's the sum of angles in a triangle. Then we are able to find the value for x. So how then do this circle theorem comes in? The angle that you've gotten over here, all right, this is a chord. The theorem says that if a chord subtends at the center, the angle that it creates is equal to twice the angle that the same chord subtends at the circumference of a circle. So if this side is 156, let's represent this by m, meaning that m, or the 156 based on the theorem, will be equal to 2m. But because we are looking for m, we have m to be equal to 1 here, yes, 78 degrees. So that means that this side is 78. So having gotten the 78, you now have this side, you are putting the whole thing to 78 plus 12 plus the x, that is this side, plus 12 plus the 54, all right, all equal to 180 degrees. That is the sum of angles in a triangle. So when you put this one and this one together, that's 78 plus 12, that is 24, plus the 54 plus x equal to 180. Then you put them together. The whole thing will give you 156 plus x equal to 180 degrees. X is equal to 180 minus 150 cedis. Sorry, 150 cedis. 56, I said 50 cedis, yeah. And x will be equal to 24. Therefore, the